Hello, figurine collectors. So I saw some of these sitting in some display cabinets in some used toy stores, and honestly, I'm not after the figures. I'm after the cartoon cars that come with these figures. But you know, I'm sure many people want both. Anywho, this is by Pop Mart, a really popular brand of designer toys. A whole lot of Chinese and English. It's mostly PVC and ABS in its construction. Recycle this, recycle that. So this is the display box for retail sale. And there's 6 designs, as you can see here, and then a secret chase. There's no really need to focus on these pictures because I'm going to show you the actual figure, right? The chase is the 1939 Batman with a red car, but we'll see if I'm so lucky. Doubtful. Well, I guess one thing that is kind of important is every case that you see here, you get one of each car, right? But the secret chase is, I think you gotta buy like 16 cases. It doesn't actually show the statistics for the secret. Well, I think it's on the individual box. Let me check what's going on here. So I'm gonna, I guess, arrange these in the same order as the box. So I'm pretty sure it's random where the secret goes, but let's just see if I am so lucky. Alright, so this is the display order, starting here. Okay, so there it says show the 1939 Batman, and you gotta buy 72 in order to get one chance to get one of these secrets. So divide by 6, I think that's 16 cases, right? If my math is correct, I might be wrong. George Barris, okay. Batmobile, yeah, right. That's the George Barris Batmobile. That used to be the Ford Futura concept, or Lincoln Futura concept. Alright, so all that stuff here. Pop Mart has Canada representation. Interesting. It's pretty much the same stuff here. Well, there's a little tearaway there. Okay. So actually quite a lot is packed into this box, you know. This is the most packed thing. There's a lot of, that's interesting, a diatom. That's different from typical desiccant. You got a little card here, but it's a little bit different in size from a playing card. I guess it doesn't matter. This is from the 1992 TV series, animated series. I like the design of this. Alright, so this is celebrating the 85th year of Batman, so that's quite a while. I guess 1939 again was probably the first debut. There's some sort of display stand. It's really nice, actually. And what a smart bag. I don't know why all toy companies don't do this. Have a tearaway, you know, some perforations. Very smart, Pop Mart. Everyone should copy you guys. So we know, you know, the brand. I don't know what S24 would mean. It'd be nice if it wrote, I guess you can assume that's 2024. Why wouldn't it just write 2024? But it's nice and thick, and the graphic is under that clear, so it's really neat. And also, this clear is also recessed from the edge, so even if you scrape this around in a table, that Batman logo should be safe unless your table isn't flat. Let's get started with this car for this one. Are these pullback toys? I thought for a moment it might be a pullback like a churro cue. So it does have the Pop Mart branding and S24. It is screwed together if you want to take it apart for some reason. I don't know why, because it has no transparent cockpit. As you can see here, there's a little bit of a white thing. I don't know why that's there. I don't know if this window is a decal or paint. I have the impression that it's paint. But why would there just be a crack there unless it was like a decal? It's literally scratched, so that's unfortunate for me. I really like the deformation. Like, the wheels are so small the body is so big, but you see this little pinstriping they got going around the body. That's really nice. The grill there, the turn signals are running lights. They're not symmetric, and they're yellow and orange, so that's neat. There's a little reflection there. It's actually molded in too, that reflection. The exhaust headers, so this must be a V10 engine. And then, yeah, it's also carved in here, these reflections. I guess that helps with the paint process, maybe. Even up on the roof, very neat. And then you got the giant jet engine in the back, and then 4 little exhaust pipes, I guess, and neon orange, and then some red taillights. The treads are actually pretty nice, modern looking treads, but it's really just funny because the wheels and tires are so small. So that's what I was after, really. But we may as well look at the actual figure. So it's got some holes in here. I think that's to let the paint dry out, from the factory, so it doesn't get stuck to the bag. It's interesting, that bag, this inner bag wasn't sealed. And there we have the animated series Batman. I haven't really watched much of the animated series, but anyways, this figure looks pretty neat. This Batman logo here is actually raised, so that's nice. Some accessory bulges here in the belt, and you'll see the body, it's 2 grays to show the shading of the dark and all that stuff. And you got some ridges there to help again with probably with the paint process. Some blue reflections just like on the car. So very stylized, very cool though. I like it. Maybe you want to know how big this dude is, or how tall this dude is. With the actual ears, 9 centimeters or around 3.5 inches, I would say is the height of that guy. Alright. And then the 2 holes in the feet are hexagons, so they shouldn't get too stuck. They are different sizes though, so I guess that's to help kids or something to figure out that the logo goes a certain way. And it's a very, right now, tight fit. So that's really great that it has the stand, because it would have a hard time standing on such small feet. Nice stylization of the cape. There's a little bit of a paint issue down there, but it's in the back, so I'll never see it. I like how the inside is a different color than the outside. That's really nice, really nice. Okay. So I guess we'll just leave that in the same location as the box that I opened. Let's go with the middle box here. It's actually not easy to grab this finger pull. And that's not so easy either. The way the box tears away is kind of weird. And what do we have in this one? This is probably my least favorite one. This is I think when Ben Affleck plays Batman, the 2016 Batman Dawn of Justice version. Okay, the back is always the same. I'll just leave that there. Diatom. Well, this is cool. It's a different base. I wonder if these bases are specific to the movies. I don't remember, the logo of the movie. And you'll notice these pegs are at an angle now. Let's do the person first. Ben Affleck does not come in a clear bag, so I'm not sure why the other one did, but this one doesn't. Interesting. Okay, it's got a big angry grin, it looks like. This metallic paint is very nice. A couple of imperfections in the plastic before it was painted, but I like how the mouth actually has a tiny line of red going around the teeth, as if to represent lips, so very cool. Well, alright, pretty plain back here. And then the back of the cape is a nice matte black. The inside is the same color. And then we have a sash belt going around there. It's like molded into the chest a little bit. It's like recessed. There's my pick. And then nice gold paint apps here on the belt. It's not overrunning or anything like that. The hands are this gray color, but then the forearms have this metallic, and it's got those like spikes or whatever blades on the forearm bracers there. Shoulder pads look nice, and all in all, it looks like the Ben Affleck Batman, just really cartoony. I would assume it's around the same height. It's like a little over 8 centimeters, 3¼ inches or so. Okay, and then this one's got like a posing foot lifted up a little bit, as if he's gonna pounce on something. On Superman, I guess. That was kind of a weird movie, right? Superman's totally invincible, so it's weird that that would even be a battle. But those writers back in the day needed some topics. This is quite heavy. This one is very plastic and very light. For some reason, this one feels like it's much heavier, as if it might have metal in it. I do think what I'm touching right here is die cast. Yeah, the base of this is cold. This is just normal, I think. It's a little cool also. Well, anyways, I'm not sure why they would waste the resources on a metal base, but they did. So I guess, well, for you people that actually play with your toys, it does roll pretty nice. This one does not. There's some sort of friction. Some sort of friction in that one. But this one rolls just as well as a Hot Wheels. Okay, let's continue on. Hold on, I gotta get this stuff out of here. So the bottom details much better than the other one. A lot of mechanical details screwed together again. Different treads are nice, and different size tires, staggered in height and width, it seems. And it's the same like gunmetal color of the figure, is it? No, it's a little bit different. The car's got a slightly purplish hue, or I don't know, it's got some sort of color hue where the figure does not. We got some orange running lights here, but they don't have the cool styling as the last one. Nice grille texture in here. Not sure if that should be black. No idea what this little thing is on the thing. I didn't pay attention to the car in the movie. Some sort of greeblies here. Perhaps exhaust there. Some lug nut details. Okay. These tires are rubbery, by the way. Okay, so now we have some shocks holding up these wings, and then some pipes of some sort painted in gold. And the cockpit is black and very recessed. It's not flush. I'm not sure if that's the way it was in the movie. Well, anyways, if you like this car, I guess it's a pretty cool looking rendition in cartoon form. I find the styling a little over the top. Alright, let's move on to this box here. So, there we have the Adam West was his name, I believe. I could be mistaken. Something West. No clear bag for that one again. No clear bag. Yeah, alright, so 1966 TV series. And yeah, the George Barris designed car. Great tearaway design here, and the logo is different from the first one. See? So, yeah, that's cool. Different logos. Yeah, plain feet here. I just put it on the stand right now. Why not? Mix up the order of how I review these things. So nice tight fit. All right. So yeah, these eyebrows are raised and painted sky blue. The eyes are very big, and these are the first eyes with actual pupils compared to the other ones that are just whited out. Again, a tiny bit of red going around for the lips. The nose here, yeah, interesting. It's got a little bit of a recess. I'm guessing all these height variations help with the paint process. The skin tone seems okay. This old school Batman logo is a little bit raised. Really cool, a recessed logo here in the belt. And then again, nice details for the little packs on the belt. And the feet here, good color separation with this groove. Possibly they're even separate pieces, including the hands, right? That might make more sense as to how they assemble these. The cape is just the same blue, and it's a bit flexible. Yeah, this whole figure, all these figures seem to be, a little bit flexible. So if they drop from a bookshelf, they have a chance of surviving. I feel like the ears might be separate pieces again because the separation of color and the slight gap indicates that it's so. Just plain back here, a few lines of stitching perhaps there. Slight imperfection in the back, but it doesn't matter to me. And some spikes here on the gauntlets there. And all in all, pretty cool. Alright. Very smart design. The recessing of this color and stuff so it doesn't get scraped up. So this is definitely a highlight car. I watched a few episodes of the 66 series Batman when I was a kid. So again, the wheels being so small are really funny. I really like it. Unfortunately, there's no air passing between the spokes. It would have been sweet if they did. I wonder if there's an age rating. We'll have to see on the next box. Anyways, the Tampo print. This is not a decal, it's actual paint. All these logos, which is great. The red paint striping going around the body is nice. It's all paint again. These headlights and turn signals are separate pieces, made of plastic it seems. Nice textures in them. This is part of the die cast. Nice texture. Yeah, all in all, the paint processes are looking really good. And it's not a metallic, it's just a regular flat black. It's got purple for the parachutes there, and then the little engine. It's got some ribbing there. I forget what these things were. Maybe they're missile launchers or something. There's a little bit of a recess in there. Kind of flimsy. I do feel if this fell on this, it would break off, so you don't want to really flex that too much. Look at the canopy. It's hilarious. It's so tall. And these little lights or whatever up here are nicely done. These little red things are recessed and painted nicely. The whole windscreen has this silver, aluminum frame or whatever. And then this black frame inside. And then you got a whole bunch of buttons on the interior dashboard. Whatever Batman and Robin were doing. Cool. Yeah, kind of a pizza pan steering wheel, though. I wish that was a little bit better. But all in all, it's still pretty cool. It's a really cool rendition. This being an actual based on a real car, I'll give you some dimensions here. Maybe you could, if you're so motivated, you could look up the width and length and guess what the, well, I guess it's mostly the width. Guess what scale it is. It's around 46 millimeters, I would say. Obviously, it's foreshortened, so, and the height is raised, so you can't really go off of those to guess what scale it is. If I had to guess, it's around 1/43 scale. It's definitely bigger than 1/64. Yeah. It's cool. I like it, though. Very neat. Alright, let's just go in a counterclockwise rotation. Let's see if there's an age rating on this, because some of those parts do seem a bit delicate. We do have on the box, we know how old it is, so if you buy this in the future, you can help set a value on things. Not for children under 3 years, really. I thought it'd be older than that, because a kid would easily chew this off and swallow it. I would not recommend you give this to a 3-year-old kid. Alright. Man, I'd be so happy if I got the chase. But, sorry everyone. I'm offending people by tearing the box this way. I've literally had a commenter get offended because I tore the box improperly, as if I'm supposed to treat packaging like gold. It's garbage, guys. Packaging is garbage. If you collect boxes, you're not doing life right. Alright, 2022, the Batman. This was a good movie. I liked it. He actually was kind of a detective. That's the logo of this movie. A much angular Batarang kind of looking logo. And we have angled pegs again. Now this one does come in a clear bag. So it's interesting. Some come in bags within bags, others do not. So I guess that is, what was his name? Robert Pattinson, I think. So this one has realistic eyes looking as well, and the eyes have a lot of color if you think about it. Look at this, the whites, and then the pupils have 1, 2, 3 blues, right? And there's even sky blue here. I don't know if the dude didn't have clear lenses over his mask, right? Anyways, we have some silver, nicely painted on these forearms, and then this guy's packing a gun. And there's actually a little recess in the gun. You could add a black Sharpie and paint that black. And coincidentally, it is carrying a Batarang or some sort of knife. The belt details, again, looking really nice and crisp. The logo there looks good. Probably separate pieces for the feet. The cape is all black, and again, a little bit flexible. Alright. Tiny blemish, but no big deal. I gotta say, the overall quality of these things is fantastic. If you watch my scale car videos, there's always problems going on. But so far, none of these have anything glaringly wrong. It's just minor contaminants in the paint. But these aren't built at computer chip factories, you know. I don't think they're being painted in vacuum sealed rooms. Alright. Save that. I don't know what this car is based off of in the movie. Yeah, I feel like it's a Charger, but it's probably just a custom built car. I forget. I reviewed it in the Hot Wheels review. Obviously the engine is the main highlight of this thing, just being so greebly and detailed, right? All these little nooks and crannies. I think those might be exhausts or something. I think this had like a quad turbo or something. Yeah, one that looks like it And then we have some red lights, and then the tailpipes have some recesses. Again, it would be pretty easy to add black paint into those. Okay, and then this metal base, I'm pretty sure it's metal just because it's so cold compared to the body, which is plastic. I don't know if these are exhaust as well, but there's a little groove in there. The tire treads are different than the other cars. What did the treads look like on this? Well, you know, I take it back. These two have identical treads. Okay, screwed together again, and yeah, it rolls nicely. The tall windows. So this reminds me of like the Hot Wheels Tuned, you know, with the really tall canopy greenhouse there. But I like it. It's really neat. It's got those funky giant armor plates on the wheels, and sadly, this is gross. I don't know what kind of grime that was. That was probably some Chinese food or something. Okay, I gotta wash my hands later. The front end, yeah, the headlights are actually silver. They're a different color than the rest of this front end, so that's nice. And again, everything has nice deep depth to it, so you could add some black paint wash if you wanted to detail this thing up. Nice effects up here, and even some dimples here for the, I don't know, rivets maybe. All in all, looks good again. Very cool. Very cool. What's going on here? Alright, so it goes back there. Let's go to this middle one here. You can hear it, the weight of it. Alright, so now we got the Dark Knight 2008 film. Who was that again? Christian Bale. Seems to have eyes. And Christian Bale comes in a plastic bag within a bag. Alright, again, the eyes, many colors going on there. This one's just got a slit of a mouth, but it's nicely painted. Okay, yeah, it's very nicely done. This one has no blemishes in the paint whatsoever. Just look at it, really neat. Seems like he's like jumping down off of something, floating through air. And so the belt here, nice and gold with some black in the middle. The armor or whatever of the arms seems okay. The hands are, I think, a slightly different color. Like this is gray, this looks like metallic. Okay, same with the feet. Yeah, different color there. The boots. All in all, yeah, it looks fine again. What's the logo from this movie look like? Well, there it is. Never really thought about it before, but yes, I guess they do. Oh, wait a sec. This is, I think, a piece missing. I think there's a stand missing. I gotta find that box again. Alright, so the little stand is inside this bag with the the stand. So be careful for that, because it's clear. It's really easy to miss. So, there must be a hole somewhere in the back of this person. Where? Oh, it's like up by his buttocks. But this cape doesn't come off at all. It does flex, but boy, that's gonna be hard to get in there. Hold on here. I think you can like bend the cape there, pop that in. One nice thing about this is the cape is trapping that in there as it falls out. And if it seems loose, which it does, you could add poster putty to it. But let's see what happens. Yeah, so that's kind of loose. I'm gonna go get some poster putty. So let's try that again. I'm just gonna jam a bunch on the tip of this thing, and hopefully that'll fill in the hole a little bit. You can actually just jam a lot of poster putty back there because it's hidden behind the cape. Maybe it's supposed to be pushed in really far and like go into a peg hole deeper, but let's try now. Well, that helped out. So poster putty, obviously you could glue it, but anyways, I think this is my least favorite one. Nothing against Christian Bale or anything, or that movie. It was a good movie. Just the figure doesn't really seem that great. Alright, so car-wise, the Tumbler, I think it was called. Again, pretty cool base. This one has 3 screws, and obviously has unique tires from the other ones because it's such a wacky design. I did review the 1/64 scale resin version of this, but I think it was Time Micro, if you want to look it up. But I had to redesign the whole rear end. And frankly, I think this rear end is designed better than that Time Micro one, which is supposed to look realistic. Yeah, these wheels here, they got some lug nut details, and, well, there's it. I mean, that pick just went all the way in there, so it seems like they could be passing air. The treads are really good. This is what they're kind of similar to what's on the real movie car. These really industrial semi-truck looking tires. I'm not sure. I don't recall the black paint or black opening there. These are flaps or something on the real thing. You got these gold struts holding these wind deflectors. The cockpit is painted black. Some gold printing for extra lights or whatever. And then, yeah, the front wheels, they're all running on the same axle. Gold ends there. Right, so all in all, it's pretty good. Even this is hollow right here. Very neat. Some recesses there and in here. And then the engine, yeah, nicely detailed. You could add some black or maybe red in there, or blue maybe. And then like the shocks back here are really nice as well. Well, they were textured, molded, and painted gold. This is actually one of the better ones, even though I don't like the design of it. It's just so well detailed. Alright, last chance for the secret chase. What do we have? Come on, what do we have? I'm going to be more careful in case there's a piece that I miss. So, be careful. There's no easy way to open that box. And we have the no secret chase, but this is probably my favorite Batmobile, so... Alright. So we have Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. And Vicky Vale. Who played Vicky Vale? Some blonde lady. Her name eludes me right now. And there's the logo from 89. It would be nice if it actually told you more, like Batman 1989. Because, you know, you could easily get all these foot stands mixed up. So... And no clear bag for Mr. Keaton here. Okay, well, we got actual eyes again with the many colors. Just a slit for the mouth. The head here. Some imperfections in the paint. Again, some dust and whatnot. It's got the grappling hook with the golden tip. Oh, this cape is interesting. I'm not sure why it goes from brown to black. I don't think that was in the movie, but I guess I just want to mix it up. Interesting. Probably to give better contrast from this part of the cape, right? And then, like the others, nicely detailed belt. This one's all gold, and the Batman logo printed there is like perfect. It seems like the suit might not even be gray. I almost feel like it's got a slight brown to it. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, it's nice. Okay. It should be like this. Yeah, they are different sized. Okay, yeah. For some reason, there we go. I like how the cape touches the ground. And let's see, 1989 Batmobile. Yeah, that's gotta have die cast in it. It's heavy, this base. 2 screws holding it together, same tires as we saw in some other ones. And then the front end, unfortunately we don't have the multiple colors, just orange here. The big turbo fan here, jet engine, nice fins for the front. Going to the side, we have some Batman logos on the actual center caps, looking pretty nice. Some lug nut details. The giant, I don't know, I assume that's an intake. Yeah, painted silver, some Graybleys there. Some vents here, fuel fillers maybe there. I don't know if they were black on the real cut. They might have been silver, but they did get silver up in here. Right. Oh no! Look at this. The canopy's actually smoked. Was that the case? I don't think. Well, all right. the Batman one also has a smoked canopy, and I'll have to get back to this. I didn't even notice that, the interior. In fact, let's get the flashlight here. Yeah, you got 2 seats in there. You got, unfortunately, this little extra paint on the window. It's a really smoky, cloudy piece of plastic, though. There's a steering wheel, it seems. Alright. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. I don't know if I want to bother polishing that out. Well, I guess I'll leave it alone. Alright, nice texture up here in this vent. There's ribs here, vent recesses there. Those pop-up machine gun panels look pretty nice. This side looks like a mirror image of the last. They're obviously a bit gappy. Rolls really easily as well. And then we have some taillights in red. The thruster, you know, this kind of looks weak. I feel like this shouldn't be here. Like, it should be deep, right? Like a jet engine. I'm not sure why they would bother putting this in here. Strange. They would have saved on plastic if they didn't. Some ribbing there, some vents. Yeah, and then these 4 other exhausts or whatever they are. Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, everything's fine except for that. I don't know why they would blank that off almost. It should just be recessed. Right? Like pretty much all the other jet engines. Oh, that's got a weird jet engine. Okay, let me rearrange these. So I put the figures in chronological order, obviously starting with the Adam West over here. So it seems like the 2 latest movies, they've gone to red logos. But prior to that, it was all just yellow and black. So, I don't know, which one do you guys like the most? I kind of feel like I don't like the actual realistic, more realistic looking eyes. I think I either like the animated one. I might like the animated one, even though that's the one I haven't watched. I've watched all the other ones, so it's kind of weird. All right, so let's get to the vehicles because that's why I really bought these. So update. Turns out you have to really push this peg in. There is a flat spot on the top peg, so if you push it in, it won't wobble side to side. Just make sure it's like the bend is close to the back of the figure. These things are kind of big. This is the largest coaster I have, and I can barely fit them on there. So that's unfortunate. So for me, that's a quality control problem, that scratch in that window, I think. But I don't recall any other major quality control problems. So overall, Pop Mart does a good job with their QC. Yeah, obviously compared to certain, resin car models, these are lacking in detail, but value-wise, these are pretty fantastic because you're getting a figure and a car. So I think that's a good thing. So if you like Batman, I think this is kind of a must-have collection if you like cartoon things. I mean, you got the whole history of Batman except for the Secret Chase, which does lead to the question, am I going to try to find that? Because I know it's going to cost a lot of money if you have to buy 16 cases to get one chance at it. But I do like Batman. It's the only DC franchise I seem to like. So, we'll see. Thank you for watching today. We'll see you in the next figure/cartoon car video. Bye.